Welcome to Biblical Greek Tidbits. Maybe I should explain the title, Biblical Greek Tidbits. I chose that title because first, the series has to do with the study of Biblical Greek, of course, but second, each video will deal with a small, but I hope interesting, portion of Scripture, perhaps only a single word or phrase. Of course, we'll have to look at the larger context so that we don't violate the old adage that says a text out of context is a pretext. As I mentioned in the opening trailer, excuse me, this series does not have any particular theme or pattern. It has no rigorous organizational structure. It is not a tutorial on New Testament Greek grammar or syntax. It simply looks at interesting, at least to me, tidbits of Scripture with the goal of trying to see if we can learn a little more fully what God is saying through the particular citation. In this series, we'll look at significant textual variants, noteworthy vocabulary, and pertinent grammar relating to the passage in question. I should emphasize that I am not studying the Greek New Testament in order to find some new or novel or quaint interpretation. There are basically two reasons that I study Biblical Greek. First and foremost, it keeps me in the Word. But second, it allows me to read with better understanding what is written in scholarly literature on the Greek New Testament. I mentioned in the opening trailer for this series that I'll be using modern Greek pronunciation. The main reason I switched to modern Greek pronunciation from Erasmian pronunciation is that I want at some point to get on a path to learn modern Greek. I have to confess that, as of now, I have not gotten very far along that path. A word about using the Nestle-Aland critical text. I am not going to get into the controversy about whether the so-called Textus Receptus is superior to or inferior to the Nestle-Aland critical text. In other words, I am not going to get into the King James only debate. I just wanted to be upfront about what text I am using. One of the reasons I'm doing this series is for my own benefit. In other words, this is also a learning tool for me. I close this video with a little about me. From my youth, I have been interested in mathematics. You might say it was my first love. I attained a master's degree in mathematics from Florida State University in 1969. I began to seriously study New Testament Greek in the 1980s. My own biblical Greek training has been and continues to be through self-study. That included a number of correspondence courses from various colleges and universities, including the University of Texas, Dallas Theological Seminary, Abilene Christian College, and Trinity Evangelical Divinity School. I don't claim to be a biblical Greek scholar, so you should test anything I say against the scholarly literature. Although I rely heavily on the work that has been done by others, I will from time to time express my personal views on various aspects of the chosen passage. If you want to learn more about me, see my website at www.rolandfloyd.com. In the next video, I will discuss a verse suggested to me by a good friend, 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 3. I hope you'll watch. Thank you.